Welcome back to the second YouTube video on this channel. This time we're going through this week's major patch updates from New World. This is obviously published on the 27th of October, but released in the EU time anyway, in the early hours of the 28th. We're going to go through some of the patches, and I don't mind reading these out on little YouTube videos just to get the channel started. And a lot of people don't like reading all the way through patch notes, and some people, as they're scanning through YouTube, just tend to like pick up a YouTube video and kind of like listen to obviously somebody reading them out. So we'll go through them. This is obviously patch 1.0.4. We did obviously 0.3 last week. Some good patches. In fact, it was a lot bigger patch notes last week, so a lot more went into it. Obviously we know like server transfers came in and then went back out. They fixed the level 65 portals so that you could use your Azov staff and stuff like that. So we'll read through these and we'll check it out and see what they've changed this week. So here we go. New World Update 1.0.4 will release for the Central Europe, US East, South America and AP Southeast regions at 10 p.m. PT, which is 5 a.m. UTC on October 27th. US West will begin downtime at 11 p.m. On October 11th as well. Okay, so here we go. Update 1.0.4 is primarily focused on fixing top issues our players have been hitting. So it'll be interesting to see if any of the bugs that you know about and that you've come across have been fixed in this one, especially those impacting war. So obviously we know things about like the ice gauntlet, and obviously when that gets spammed it can literally crash one set of team of players, so then the other side can just literally just go and take all the points and just win. So it'd be good to see if they have fixed that one. Notable fixes include resolving the AoE there we go, AoE magic effect war exploit. The issue prevented players from being able to appropriately increase their faction token cap, okay, and beginning work on addressing issues causing invulnerability. I mean, yeah, if you're finding bugs where you're invincible, I mean, hey, get rid of that out of the game, you know. We'd like to thank you for your patience as our team continues to work on resolving the issues, and for your reports on our official forums. You can find a full list of changes and fixes below, but first we'd like to share our plan rolling out Outpost Rush and server transfers in a safe method. Like I said, they brought them out last week and then I think they removed them after a day. A lot of issues with like duplicated items and some items go missing and stuff like that. So here we go then. Outpost Rush and server transfers rollout plan. After the downtime required to deploy the 1.0.4 update, we will re-enable Outpost Rush and server transfers at the times listed below. So for server transfers, US West will be enabled at 2 a.m. Pacific time when downtime from 1.0.4 is complete. After we monitor server transfers in US West to ensure no new issues encountered, we will re-enable them for the remaining regions at 2 p.m. Pacific time or 9 p.m. UTC. No server restarts are required. Okay. I always think as well with these server restarts, just giving them like a server restart once a week. Does that fresh up things in the back end? Does that fix little tiny bugs with like, you know, NPCs, or like there's an NPC that I come across that's just squatting all the time, just constantly doing squats. It's like, it's obviously like a little minor bug, but with little server reboots every now and again, just once a week, would they just clear that up? But they decided not to restart them, so they must know why. Now, as for Outpost Rush, South America, 2 a.m. Pacific time when downtime from 1.0.4 is complete. After we monitor Outpost Rush in South America to ensure no new issues are encountered, we will enable them for the following regions at the time below. So US West gets it at 10 a.m. Pacific time, US East gets it at 12 p.m. Pacific time, AP Southeast gets 2 p.m. Pacific, and Central Europe gets it at 7 p.m. Pacific, which is 2 a.m. UTC on the 29th. It'll be like the following day, so it'll be like tomorrow after this video is released. Our goal is to adhere to the schedule above, but may need to adjust the timing depending on any issues or lack thereof. We'll keep you updated on the forums. So yeah, we know about that. That's pretty good. Now let's go into the actual fixes, like the general bug fixes and stuff like that. We'll go through these and you know, see what they've done this week. They've removed the Everfall starting beach to funnel new players through to the other 3 locations to increase the probability of new players and friends being able to start together. That's pretty good. I've seen a lot of big YouTube videos from obviously some of the bigger guys out there, and they all mention this. If you can't start on a brand new MMO with your friends, will you just quit the game? And I did understand that. I did understand that point. All I would say is, was it that big of a deal? Because you could either literally just run to each other, and I know they also mentioned that you'll get killed by some like level 10 mobs or whatever, but listen, not really. If you just run around them, you could always get away from it. Or you just do that very starting area, which takes you a couple of hours maximum, and then you meet up in the next starting area, in the next level zone. I didn't think that was as big of an option, big of an issue. Sorry, me and all my friends, we all pretty much start in different locations. 1 or 2 of us hit the same place. not one of us quit the game because of it. Do you know what I mean? Not one of us cried about it. It was just like, oh, I've started over here. All right, level 8, 9, or 10ish, I'll meet you in this zone. Done. And we all sat in Discord together, or we were sat through the streams when we were live streaming it on Twitch. You know what I mean? And so I didn't really think it was that big of an issue, but hey, they brought that in, so they must have been listening to some of those videos, you know. The first house discount reduces the purchase price, but does not reduce taxes. However, the UI indicated to players that their taxes would be reduced, and it was only after purchasing the house and needing to pay taxes that they discovered they had to pay full price. We will compensate any players purchased the house before the UI fix went out with 2,000 coins. Okay, I mean, you know, listen, that's not bad. It's, you know, so people getting a 2,000 little bonus into the kitty. They've slightly improved performance within wars. I think they pretty much mentioned that before as well. So the fact that they only say slightly though is a little bit worrying. You'd like significantly, but hey, this is what we've got. They have slightly improved the performance of the life staff with changes to the passive abilities, Mending Touch and Blissful Touch. So any of you obviously healers out there, you'll probably enjoy that. In update 1.0.3, we corrected a bug causing companies to lose income from owning multiple territories or from failed war declarations. With this update, we are reimbursing lost coin revenue. Again, these are all like little, you know, these are nice little touches. They probably didn't have to do that. If they didn't, it would have pissed off a lot of players. But hey, listen, at least you're getting your refunds, you know. It's better late than never, you know. The company treasury will be reimbursed for all lost coin revenue resulting from the issue. That's good. The revenue returned will not exceed the treasury cap. Okay, so yes, if you okay, that makes sense. Yeah, if a company has been completely abandoned, they will not recover lost coin. Damn. Okay, next one that they fixed. We increased the faction token cap by 50%. So I think it's gone from 50,000 to 75,000. I did notice that as well. We made this change so that players can earn extra tokens even if they've hit the reputation cap and want to save up while working to advance the faction rank. Here are the new values. Oh, what am I saying? It tells you here. Tier 1, yeah, 7,500. Tier 2, 15,000. Tier 3, 22,500. Tier 4, 37,500. And this is one I was talking about. Tier 5, 7,500. What I also like about this as well is I was looking at the tier 5 gear and I was thinking if I want to buy, say for example, I think it was the bow. If I did, it was 50,000. Now I might get to 50,000 and then have a bunch of faction things to hand in, but I might just want to save on top of that just so I can get ready to buy the next item before I cash in. And you couldn't do that, whereas now obviously you can have your 50,000 ready for say your bow or whatever you decide to buy, and then you can have the additional remaining stuff. That's not too bad. Right, general bug fixes then. What have they done? Here we go. It's a bit of a long read, but I won't read it out too fast, so hopefully you guys can just like listen along and then pick up on anything that hopefully you found issues in the game, and then you're thinking happy days, it's fixed. Okay, in fact, I'm gonna have a sip of my blackcurrant sip, not lem sip. That is incredibly hot. I should not have done that. Right. Fixed an issue where the faction token caps were not increasing after players had completed the rank up quests for their faction. Well, that's a bit of a nightmare. A rare issue causing world time to skip ahead or behind, which would subsequently cause a variety of issues across the world. That does sound like a nightmare. An issue causing players to lose houses they owned in Cutlass Keys. What? Luckily enough, that didn't affect me. Several rare server crash issues. Luckily enough, on Bifrost on the EU side, that's where I play, we didn't have any of those that I know of. Not whilst I was playing anyway. An issue with the suspension/ban notification showing at incorrect times. An issue where players could use their world transfer token while they still had active trading post contracts, causing additional issues when the transfer resolved. Is that one of the things that was actually causing that then? I heard a couple of rumors where people were transferring, some of their items were just randomly disappearing, or some of their items were just happening, or like doubling up on their gold and stuff like that. So it's like, is that why? Is it because some people were just a bit too lazy and didn't remove all their trading post stuff? Is that one of the things they're going to blame that on? I'm not too sure. Where are we up to now? So yeah, fixed an issue causing some AI not to spawn in the world as intended. Okay, I've definitely had some mobs take absolute ages to come back, and it's like, really? Come on. They've also fixed an issue where Merkguard corrupted portals in Shattered Mountain were distributing higher tier gear than intended and respawning faster. What? You should have been farming that. An issue where enemies in Merkguard corrupted portal events were dropping loot. Okay. Also, that's okay, yeah. Issues causing an unintended animation when interacting with the bubbling cauldron housing item. An issue causing the ladle object not to appear in the player's hand whilst interacting. Okay, little things here. Right, we're up to here now. They fixed an issue with star metal and orichalcum. Am I saying this right? Orichalcum? Orichalcum? I don't know. Orichalcum is tell me in the comments down below if you come across this video. Am I pronouncing that right? Orichalcum. It's a weird word. Ore veins were large. Ore veins were rewarding small amounts of ore. And small ore veins were rewarding large amounts of ore. Okay. They've also fixed an issue where the war lottery timer would not pause correctly during the war lockout period. These are so bad bugs, they really are. The render distance of the jack-o'-lantern pumpkin lights. Okay. They fixed an issue with the GM chat tag to show on non-GM players. Yeah, not good. An issue causing armor textures to flicker. They fixed an issue in the Starstone Barrows expedition where the arcane protection was not protecting players from certain lasers. No, I've done that mission. Sorry, I've done that expedition several times. If that happened to us, I'd have been so pissed because then you get stuck in certain zones and you don't have the staff to get you through. And oh, that'd be so funny. They fixed an issue where certain enemies in the Amrine excavation were invulnerable. This would piss me off so much if I was doing this. An issue where the ice pylon could stay on an infinite cooldown. They fixed it. We're running out of these now. We fixed an issue where players could obtain rings that had 2 perks, share an exclusive perk label, and shouldn't exist on the same ring. Damn. I wonder if you get to keep those items though, or if they just remove the stat from the item if you're wearing it. They fixed an issue causing the projectile visual to be absent from the ice gauntlet and ice pylon. And they fixed an issue where players would be unable to complete a variety of game actions after fast traveling. Oh, damn. Okay. Now, this is the one that always gets me. Speculative fixes. Is this things that they think they might have fixed? And they're kind of throwing it out there just in case you notice it. But then if it's not fixed, then you can't really complain because they said speculative. I don't know. The fixes listed below are tentative fixes and mitigations. Our goal is to get these changes out and see if issues persist so we can continue to work on them and address them in future. I think we read that one out last week as well, but hey, here we go. Fix the war exploit where players could use area of effect magic effects to capture rally points without taking damage. This should be improved by the war performance and life staff performance updates, but we will continue to monitor it. Yeah, they mentioned that earlier on. We have fixed several known causes of players being invulnerable. This issue is a top priority for our team, and we are continuing to track down fixes and additional causes of this issue. Fair play. And we have speculatively fixed the issue where players could get stuck after leaving an Outpost Rush. This was a rare issue, and our team was not able to reproduce it. We will continue to monitor it during the rollout. There we go. So they are all of the obviously at any point if I've read these out a bit too fast or you can't quite understand me, then you know you've got them on here. You can check them out yourself. I'll put a link to the actual bug fixes if you haven't seen these in the description box down below. But all I'm going to say, guys, is I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. If you want to drop a like and a sub on the channel, feel free. We're going to start uploading more almost daily, but definitely weekly content. I'll do more than just reading out the patch notes as well. I just wanted to kick off the channel just with a couple of videos here. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm only level 52 at the minute. I'm actually really leveling slow at the minute with work and all this other kind of stuff and the odd little other game I play. I've not actually got around to max level yet. Almost everyone I play with is, so I need to catch them up. But yeah, so if you play on the EU servers, feel free to hit me up in the games. You know what I mean? I'm on the Bifrost server. I'm on the Syndicate team. Now our server was actually really good pre the transfers. It was a 4-3-3 split, and now I think we've gone to a 5-3-2 split, I think, because we've just won a couple of a new zone and we've defended 3. So Syndicate are actually just about coming on top. It was the Marauders who were on top early on our server, but it's a really well balanced server, and we're not quite maxed out obviously, but we're in that medium tier, so we're not a dead server. And but the only issue I've got now is I've got some friends who have come over when it was a 4-3-3 split. I've got some friends who transferred over to our server, and then they can't go Syndicate because we were the 4 in the... Oh, no, sorry, we were actually the... Yeah, we were the 4 in the 4-3-3 split, and they couldn't join us, which was meh. I understand why you don't want to join the team that has the most. Apparently, there was like a sneaky workaround. If on your current server, before you transfer, if you then changed your faction to say Syndicate, and then you transferred over, you would already be Syndicate, so that was one way around it. I kind of hope they fix that, because that could still end up with some worlds getting spammed out with the top tier faction getting even more players, but we'll see. They've not really mentioned that, so I don't think that's going to change. But it's good to see that transfers are coming back. Within the next 24 hours of this video going out, transfers should be back. If you want to head over to Bifrost and keep us nice and highly populated, feel free. If you want to check me out live when I'm streaming, 50% of the time at the minute I am streaming New World. The other time it's a completely different game. My Twitch is just twitch.tv/LiamH. And yeah, we'll see you over there, and we'll be back with another video soon.